A young scholar once traveled 3 days through the mountains to meet a monk known throughout the region for his wisdom. He had read every book on philosophy he could find. He had memorized the sayings of 100 masters. And he had come to this small tea house with one purpose, to be told he was right. Master, the scholar said, I have studied the nature of suffering, the structure of the self, the path to enlightenment. I have come so that you may confirm what I already know. The monk lifted the scholar's cup and began to pour. The tea reaches the top of the cup. The monk keeps pouring. Master, it's overflowing. Yes, like this cup, you are full. Full of your own opinions, your own certainty, your own conclusions. How can I possibly add anything to you, until you first become empty? This story has been told for centuries, in slightly different forms, in slightly different places. But the lesson underneath it has never changed. Most of us are walking through life as a cup that is already full. Today, we're going to talk about why the wisest people you'll ever meet are not the ones who know the most, but the ones who stay empty enough to keep learning. We live in an age that rewards having an opinion about everything, instantly. A headline appears, and within seconds, we already know what we think about it. This is a full cup. The Japanese concept of Shoshin, beginner's mind, describes approaching even familiar things as if encountering them for the first time. Beginner's mind isn't about being inexperienced, it's something true masters protect deliberately, even after decades. A full cup cannot receive more tea. A full mind cannot receive a new idea. Not because the idea is bad. Most conversations are not conversations. They are two people taking turns delivering monologues, each one waiting impatiently for the other to stop talking. There's an old idea in Japanese aesthetics called ma, the meaningful space between things. When you remove that space, when you respond before the other person has even finished landing their thought, you are not listening. You are simply waiting for your turn to pour your own tea. When someone speaks to you, your task is not to prepare a response. Your task is to make sure you have truly understood, and only then, to decide if a response is even needed at all. There's a particular kind of pain in admitting you were wrong. But the people who grow the fastest in life are the ones who can let go of being right the quickest. He stops, examines it, and melts it back down to start again. Certainty feels like strength. But in truth, certainty is often just a rigid root, strong against small winds, but the first thing to snap when a real storm arrives. We don't know what became of the scholar from our opening story. But if the lesson took root, we can imagine him years later, older now, pouring his own tea carefully. Stopping before the cup is full. Leaving room. Here's the part most people miss. Emptying the cup is not something you do once. The cup fills again. Every day, which means the practice is not becoming empty. The practice is emptying, again and again, every single day, for as long as you live. Tomorrow, the cup will be full again. And tomorrow, I will empty it again. This is not a burden. This is the practice. What is your cup full of right now? Old opinions you've stopped questioning? A grudge you've been carrying so long it feels like part of you? A certainty about how your life is supposed to look, that you've never once allowed yourself to challenge. You don't need to empty the whole cup today. Just pour out enough to leave a little room. That's enough to start. Is your cup too full to learn something new? Empty your cup. Tomorrow, it fills again.